Hi again, Professor Pallant here. I wanted to spend a little time here, just a couple of minutes, to explain one of the differences in how we calculate time in the medieval period. The ancients used to calculate time according to their calendars. The Romans, for example, calculated time from the foundation of their city back in the 8th century before the time of Christ. And Christians have always thought of time as rotating around the time of the birth of Christ. There's always going to be a bit of problem about calendars, however, because we don't know exactly when Christ was born, when Jesus was born. Some people say it was 4 AD, some people say it was 4 BC. So we always are going to have some time calculating time. One other problem we have is the fact that we tend to, in the West, focus on time as focused on that particular event, the birth of Jesus. However, when you come to people from China, from Egypt, from the Middle East, from the ancient lands of Judaism, Israel and all, they all look at time as focused from another point of view. The time of the beginning of the world, for example, in the history of Israel. The Muslims look at that from the time of the Hijra, the flight of Muhammad from Mecca to Medina, and so on. And so using the current structure of BC and AD, BC being before Christ and AD meaning Anno Domini, in the year of the Lord, not after death, by the way. This is a bit of a problem because it is culturally insensitive, and also too it doesn't help us try to rectify time in relationship to these non-Western cultures. And so for this class we're going to use a very simple convention that is current among historians, that is using BCE and CE in place of BC and AD. CE stands for Common Era, and those are almost exactly the same as the years AD. BCE is, of course, before the Common Era. Now, some of you are already familiar with this, and so this could be nothing new, but for some of you, this will be something quite new, and you're going to see this in textbooks and other places. So just be aware of these differences in how we calculate time, and we'll be discussing more about calendars later on in the course, especially with the introduction of the first Western calendar later on in the 6th century.